So inspiration and research is such an important part for any artist or photographer. And these days you can find inspiration from many sources, like for example the internet, social media, also books. But for me personally, my biggest source or form of inspiration came through cinema. And that is actually the reason why I started photography and visual arts, is because of film. So I was really inspired by the 1970s, 80s and 90s French New Wave era, and specifically one film. The film is called Three Colors Blue, and it's most definitely one of my favorite films of all time. It was done by a Polish director called Krzysztof Kieślowski in 1993. And I really can't emphasize how much I love this movie.
Part 5.
Three Colors Blue, done in 1993, is a beautiful and emotional film directed by Krzysztof Kieślowski. It's the first movie in the Three Colors trilogy, which is based on the French ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The film represents liberty, but not in the political sense. Instead, it's about personal freedom, it's about freedom from grief, pain, and the past. The story is basically about Julie, played by Juliette Binoche, who loses her husband and her young daughter in a tragic car accident. After this heartbreaking event, Julie tries to escape her past. She moves to new places, cuts off all her relationship, and she wants to live alone, hoping this will help her to forget the pain. But she realizes that no matter how hard she tries, she can't completely run away from her feelings or the people she cares about. In the end, Julie discovers that true freedom doesn't mean being alone. It's about accepting her emotions and finding connections with other people. Now, what makes this movie so special, especially for us visual artists and photographer, is definitely the way it was shot. The cinematography done by, and I hope I pronounce this right, a guy called Sławomir Idziak, is just amazingly stunning. The film uses a lot of the color blue, not just in the title, but everywhere, in the lights, the objects, and also in the shadows. Idziak is a renowned Polish cinematographer known for his collaborations with Kieślowski. The film was shot on a 35mm Kodak film stock, utilizing the Eastman color process. And the specific camera and lenses used are not publicly detailed, but the way it was shot is just gave us these truly amazing results. Idziak's style is categorized by the use of colored filters and gels to achieve a distinctive visual palette, as seen in blue, where the blue hues dominate and reflect the protagonist's emotional state. His work often involves close-up shots and intimate framing to draw the viewers into the character's personal space, enhancing emotional engagement. Three Colors Blue is not just a film about grief and healing, it's a visual masterpiece that teaches us how to use color, but also how to use light and composition to tell powerful stories. Some of the key features in this film, firstly, would be using color to tell a story. And in this case, the color blue shows Julie's emotional state. We can do the same thing by using colors to set the mood in our photos. This includes the intentional use of color. It might be in pre-production by using filters and gels, or in post-production by using your editing software. The film is also about light and shadows. And I think the film's lighting is so carefully designed. It's sometimes soft and dim, creating this cold, distant feeling, and other times it's bright, showing warmth and hope. It teaches us, photographers, how lighting can change an overall look and feel of a specific scene or photo. The whole reason why we see pictures is because of light and the way light illuminates the subject. Then another thing that is very prominent in this film is the simplicity and how it creates powerful images. He often uses simple scenes with minimal distractions. This helps us to focus on Julie's emotions so we can learn to keep our compositions also clean and to make the subject stand out and create interesting compositions using specifically white space. The film is also filled with creative framing. There are scenes where Julie's framed in ways that make her look almost isolated and small, showing her loneliness. And by using this, similar techniques, we can add a lot of emotional depth to our images. And then the last thing, and I think it's also very prominent and it stands out in this film, is the symbolism through objects. This movie uses objects like glass, reflections, and water to add a deeper meaning. Photographers can include symbolic items in their work to tell more complex and detailed stories. So I think for anybody that's interested in photography or visual arts, this movie is such a form of inspiration. The way it was shot, the way it makes you feel, such a beautiful, beautiful film. If you are interested in more films, I've done a video as well about the movie called Chongqing Express. It's a movie by Wong Kar-wai, a Cantonese movie. I'll put a link in the description. If you haven't seen that, please go check that out as well. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe, and if you have any questions or any ideas, please comment, leave a comment in the comment section. It was very nice to see you guys again, and we'll be back a lot sooner than this time. So we'll be talking about some more visual arts, photography, and sometimes even film content. Bye guys.